Hello bowling fans, today we are here at Olympia Bowling in Helsingborg, Sweden, just a couple hours away from the famous Storm Lucky Larsen Masters, the only PBA Tour event outside of US. And today we have a chance to talk with the three musketeers, tournament organizers, Patrick, Martin and Daniel. So thank you guys for joining us.
Thank you guys for having us.
So first of all, we're just a couple hours away. Are you feeling ready? Is everything according to plan? What are the emotions right now?
Well, I guess I'll start. It's kind of nerve-wracking before you get everything going, but a couple of the big decisions are made. The pattern is announced, so we cannot do anything about that anymore. The guys have been working very hard with the stream, so we hope that's working. And now it's all about getting the center ready and take care of all the small details. So it's going to be all up until the squad starts. Daniel, are we good with the stream?
Yeah, this live stream on YouTube is as ready as it can be. I think we tested and we tested again and we did some more testing and it seems to be working fine. We're going to have all lanes streaming on all squads. So that's going to be really good. And this year, first time on YouTube for free for everyone. We had to do pay-per-view the previous year to be able to pay for the production of the final. So this year is going to be something new, and we hope we get a lot of new viewers. So the live stream is ready. And some stuff that you always think about when you're getting close is, did I miss something? I'm getting messages from player, and you get it on email, you get it on Messenger, and you get it on WhatsApp, and you get it on text message. And there's someone says, "Oh, didn't you see that?" And where do I look for it? So it's always that nervous about you miss something. A message from a player saying, "I want that instead," or "I'm not coming," whatever. Did I miss it? So that's something I have when it's getting really close to the tournament, because if I miss something for the last week and all the squads are full, it's kind of hard to do something about it because we can't have 41 players in a squad. So that's a concern that I have until the final starts, actually.
Do you feel that something is missing right now? Because, well, you have several hours to fix it.
Not really. I don't know really, but this year first time you prepaid your first squad. It's been a completely new system handling that, and it's been some bugs and some smaller issues. So that's always when you do something new, you're gonna expect things to go a little bit wrong. I'm gonna spend a couple of hours now before we start to make sure I cover all those small bugs and correct them.
We were talking about the stream and the broadcast, so I just want to dive in a bit more into that. And this year we have like a lane talk, right? Joining the stream and you are working together with them. Can you talk a bit more about that and what can the viewers expect from the broadcast this time?
Yeah, I mean, I think the little annoying thing that's before you had to kind of have like two screens, like watch the scoring on one screen and the actual stream on another one, and now Lane Talk is helping us out to implement the scoring in the stream, so you will have it integrated. So I think that will be much more convenient for the viewers, and they've been doing some new designs and stuff, so I think that it's going to look pretty good as well. So we really appreciate their support with this. And this thing will go on all up until the show when we have 4 players left. And then the big thing this year is Lane Talk's going to announce their Lane Talk TV platform, which we're going to stream the live stream the final with a real production. We just released that Randy Peterson and Dave Ryan is coming over to commentate, the professional commentators. That's a really cool thing to have those guys. They are doing the big shows in the States on Fox, and they're coming over here to do this tournament. First time ever we have those announcers, professional announcers in a tournament in Europe. So we're really looking forward to that. The show will be available at YouTube after, but the live thing will be on Lane Talk TV. So we do support we do support Lane Talk, and Lane Talk support us. We think it's a cool product. So I think this will be really a step up from the last couple of years.
Let's talk more a bit about the challenges and organizing, and like what was the biggest challenge, and how the tournament this year is different compared to the ones we had before.
Maybe Patrick will say a couple of words from the bowling center standpoint.
Yes, we've done a little bit of changing here in the center. We've got some better toilets and stuff, and we're trying to get the whole center better the whole time. We have a new software for this big screen, the LED wall, and we also have a lot of other things going on the behind the scenes. We're trying to find more fun things happening between bowling and between players when they are offside the bowling center. So that's a constantly working process that we try to do here in Olympia. And of course the staff and me also, of course, a lot of nervous now just before it starts. We try to prepare all the machines and everything you can, but when you start, things can happen. It will happen. It always happens, but hopefully nobody will see it. It's mostly for us that's behind the scenes.
Yeah. And really kudos to you coming here just a few days before the tournament. We can see all the preparations you guys are doing, so it's really cool. And I think this year the tournament will gonna be amazing. So it's really nice. One thing that we also wanted to ask, probably there will be people watching that maybe are thinking, well, maybe I should organize this kind of tournament, and maybe I should try, to do this. So just a quick overview: what can these kind of people expect? What will be the challenges, and what can be like the turnaround of the event?
Well, I guess it's a mix of emotions there, because it's really satisfying when everything goes well.
Forget about making money.
Yeah. Well, that's if you want to make money, do something else. But we all bowling geeks, and to see 300 plus bowlers compete on a high level and enjoy it and all that stuff, that's very satisfying. But I can't even guess how many hours of work it is for the three of us. How many video calls, how many phone calls, how many meetings. One way it's stupid, because we don't make any money on this.
I think we met up in I think it's maybe 10 times since last year, just all together, plus probably 25, 30 video meetings.
Yeah.
So we're constantly working with this the whole year through.
Yeah, and if you want to do it by yourself, I think forget it. Like, it needs to be a team, and that's what been like a great thing for us. Like, we do different things good. Like, Patrick is really good with the center here and comes up with new ideas and stuff, like especially off the lanes and to satisfy bowlers. Daniel work his ass off.
Yeah, he put some hours in.
Yeah, with all the things like with the registration and stream and all those things, and I try to take care of the rules and format and patterns and stuff. So we combined our skills, and that's what's been successful, to try to cover basically the whole thing. But overall, it's a lot of work, but it's fun work.
Heading back to Storm Lucky Larsen Masters, what can players expect coming here? Can you share what the rules are, how many players are registered, and stuff like that?
I mean, I've been traveling the world bowling for many years now, and there's always something that annoys you and gets you like, I wish they did done that or that or that. And when we started this tournament, I said, I'm going to give the bowlers as few reasons as possible to not be happy. I mean, there will always be guys leaving. There is something, but I mean, we try to take care of the racks. We try to make the bowling center be nice. We have the Patrick and his crew make the food is I think top notch to be in a bowling center. So we try to really help them out and being able to focus on their game on bowling and not get annoyed by things around. So we have some guys that really like helps us with the website to make that good. We have some guys that helps us out with the designs on social media and stuff. We have you guys really trying to help us up and do the social media a lot better, because we literally don't have time for that. So there's I probably forget somebody, but there's so many that's helping out, and that's our chance to make this tournament stand out. Of course, we have the PBA that allows us to be on tour and hand out a PBA title that stands out for sure. So yeah, there's plenty of things that a bowler could bitch and whine about. We try to lower that list, and those other couple of years it's been successful. Of course, you always have somebody not happy, but that's our goal, to have all guys coming here leaving happy. Not even, I know there's going to be one winner and a lot of the guys are gonna lose some money and stuff, but the experience and the atmosphere, we really hope that builds up for that.
And what's the players' field? How many players have registered for the tournament?
Right now we have 307 players. It's a bit less than last year, not too many, but good sign of, and then almost something like a receipt for us that we do something good and keep getting the tournament to be better and bigger is we actually have, even though we have less total players, we have more players from outside of Sweden this year than we had last year, even though we have 50 players less in total. So that's always a really good sign for us that we're doing something good at least.
And what's the reasons behind the shortage of registered people compared to last year? Maybe you know a couple.
We can only speculate, and I think we're going to take some hours after the tournament is finished and go through everything and scrutinize and trying to see what also because we want to know what could we have done better, but we have to find out the reasons for this and that. And I think one big reason is the economy in general. The whole of Europe and Sweden in particular have been having a tough times with high interest and inflation and all that. So the money in general doesn't last as long, and you have to cut some things out. And it's not cheap to come here and play a tournament if you need 3 or 4 hotel nights, you want a couple of squads. It's something that you have to plan for, so it's not as spontaneous as maybe as it was just a couple of years ago. That's one reason, I think. But I can only say we have this year there's almost no players from Asia. Reason being their Asian Championships is due the week after we finish. So that's a reason also. So there's a lot of things that we don't have control over that kind of determine how many players we get.
All right, so let's focus on the players who are actually coming. So what is the tournament format? Let's just do a quick run around the format, how it will all go.
Yeah, so to be a PBA tournament, it's pretty special with the re-entry format. Over in Europe, it's very common because we don't have so big centers, so we cannot fit enough bowlers into the one squad event kind of things like we do on the tour. So starting today, August 23rd, there will be qualifying squads all up until the August 31st, yeah? I don't have in my head how many squads we have. 26 squad. So you can bowl as many times as you like and try to re-enter to get a score to get into the top 40. So top 40 guys will make it to the final. And then we have a couple other ways you could make it. We have the first 10 squads, that's early bird. So the 4 best scores from the early bird will make it. And then we have 2 spots for plus 50 bowlers. So if you're 50 years old or older, you have 2 more spots. Under 21, there's 2 spots, and then we have the women. So
that's 2 also.
That's 2 as well. Yeah. And then the last 2 spots to make it up to 52 is the turbo. So Turbo 2-in-1 grips helping us out and includes the turbo fee this year. So everybody gets in, don't have to pay any extra for the turbo. The highest game 5 and the highest game 6 out of the bowlers that didn't make it in any other way will make it. So 52 bowlers will make the cut for the final. And the first final step will be, that's one of the difference we've done this year, not to packed the Sunday with such a tight schedule, we'll start the first final step on Saturday night, August 31st. 22 bowlers will have a bye for that one. So qualifying 23rd up until 52nd, we'll bowl 6 games that night. The cut for that one will be 14 bowlers, so 14 out of the 30 makes it to final step 2, joined by the 22 guys from the qualifying. Those 36 will bowl 6 games, cut to 16. And top 16, there will be match play like we do at the USBC Masters, 3-game total score. So the first one in those out of those in final step 2 will bowl the 16th guy, head-to-head, 3 games total score. 8 winners move on to final step 4, same thing, 3-game total score. The winners move on to the TV show. We're going to have 2 semifinals and a final, and then we'll know who is going to be the 6th champion of the Storm Lucky Larsen Masters.
And the Storm Lucky Larsen Masters is not just about the qualification, it also has additional games like Rado 300 game. Can you explain players what that could be?
Well, we always try to come up with new things, and Patrick is pretty good on that one. So out of the 100 things he come up with, this is the one we choose. So it's got to be pretty good, yeah?
We have a couple more coming up also.
Yeah, probably. We're not run out of ideas when we have Patrick here. So instead of doing like a pretty common 300 game pot, a lot of the bowlers feel like, I'm not going to shoot 300. The lane's going to be a little hard, and I have no chance. We made a deal with Patrick's friends who is selling Rado watches. So we get one of the really nice, I think this is pretty much the nicest one they have.
It's one of the best,
yeah.
Sure.
The Captain Cook Rado watch. So it's worth over 57,000 Swedish, like a little bit more than $5,000. So for 150 Swedish, about $15, you enter every time you qualify. You enter that one, and in this 6-game block, we chose 10 frames. Those 10 frames will make up your lucky game. So it's basically you can shoot 12 strikes in a 6-game block and win a watch if you hit the right frames. And the people will know those frames, so they're all on a paper. So after this block, they will know their lucky game score. If they shoot all 12 strikes, it's a 300. Of course, it will be less for many. But if there's a 300, that guy will win the watch. If there's a tie, there will be a draw after that one. So that could be a really exciting.
It's going to be on Sunday.
Yeah, after the final at the TV show, we'll have this award handed out to the winner. So somebody will win a super nice watch. If that guy has been bowling good or not, we don't know. We like to hope that this thing is some spicing up the qualifying squads, and everybody will have a chance in this competition.
Yeah, that's amazing. And talking about the players that's coming in to play at Storm Lucky Larsen Masters, AJ Johnson coming in as a defending champion. Who do you think is the main candidates to stop him from making it second time in a row as a winner?
I thought you were going to say, who do you think you are? I guess we can have, let's have a guess each. For 5 years, there hasn't been a lefty, and Jesper has been very close a couple of times, and James was close. There's a couple of other good lefties. I'll put my money on Jesper this year.
This is a tough one. I can see just beforehand like 20 different players that have a really, really good shot, and then another 50 players that it's possible for them to make it. So it's really, really tough. But my bet is, if I have to choose one, I want to choose two candidates. But I think Anthony Simonsen will take it this year.
But who's the second one?
EJ Tackett.
Yeah, of course, I wish that some of the local bowlers will take it this year, or maybe the Swedish guy Jesper Svensson. Of course, that's one of my favorite bowlers, and that I also sponsor. And he's been close. Last year was very close. AJ did a good job, but he had a rough time beating Jesper there in the final. The names that I mentioned here, EJ, that's a big name, of course. Anthony there also. It's going to be hard. I'm going to go a little bit wild shot. I'm going to go Andrew Anderson, because he's from Göta and he plays for the local club.
Marshall Ken is also coming in, and he's a PBA Tour title winner. this year. How would you rate his chances here in Helsingborg?
He's in the
Helsingborg.
top.
Yeah, he's up there as well. I mean, and there's even though we have a little shorter format for this tournament than a normal PBA event, it seems the best ones are still rising to the top. Like it's very hard to get up there if you're not like a really good bowler. But of course, it would be super nice to see a Swede, if not Jesper, somebody else. We haven't had a Swedish winner yet of this one.
2 days.
Yeah, it's
That's
a little
really
rough for
wild.
us Swedish guys to have
They are
2
good,
Danes
yeah.
and no Swede.
They played really good when they won. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's hard to find that wild card. So maybe you guys have a good guess.
Do you want? I can go first.
Go first.
Oh yeah. I'm thinking, and I'm betting on.
Martin Larsson.
Yeah, sure. Why not? Apart from Martin, I think one other guy could repeat as well. So my bet is on Kyle Troop. This
That's a
time.
good guess.
Yeah. So
Good guess.
I put my money on him.
Okay.
Yesterday we had a talk about this the same discussion with Christiana Sergejevas from Kegel, and my guess was Jesper Svensson, but it really depends on how much practice that he did over the years, comparing to the last year's game, because he was really close, but something was lacking, and I don't know what that is. But if he keeps up the same atmosphere here in Olympia Bowling as he did last year, he's a really good competitor for the title.
Yeah, I think he is going to try as hard as he can, because he really would like this one, I think. But yeah, and it's a world-class field. Even we are lacking a little bit of bowlers from last year in total. The top is
even better.
Yeah, it's really top heavy. So I mean, we out of the best ones in the world, we're missing Balmo, but we have a whole lot of the other ones. So it will be whoever gets to lift the Costa Boda Trophy next Sunday, the guy had deserved it for sure. Or maybe there could be a woman.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Of course. All right. So you mentioned Christiana's oil pattern was chosen yesterday. So. Can you talk a bit about that? Maybe some advice for the players who will come in
Yeah,
today?
let's say something fun about that first, because our friend Martin Blixt, that's also sponsoring the U21 squad tomorrow, he called it the Formula One pattern, because it looks like a Formula One car.
Yeah, the graph, the overhead graph kind of looks like a F1 car. Yeah.
Oh, I like that.
Well, first of all,
McLaren? Sure.
yeah, Patrick is a McLaren fan for sure. It's first of all, I have to say it's the 6th time, and it's getting harder and harder to choose the pattern. It's so hard to predict what the bowler is going to do, and we want something different every year. We've been successful the other years. We could just copy paste, but I don't like that thing. So I'm very fortunate to have Kegel helping out Christianas and all the knowledge they have at that company. Without that, it would be pure guessing. It's still a little bit of guess, but it's very much much more educated guess now than before. So this year we choose to go a little shorter and kind of build the pattern, so it should be a little bit more favorable to bowl closer to the gutter. If that's going to happen or not, I can't say. But the thought is that straighter from out is in play, and it hasn't been the last couple of years. There will be possibilities to go in and curve the ball for sure as well, and that might develop after a couple of games. So those are the things that are really hard to say. But I think the pattern is medium hard. Like it's not super easy, and it's not super hard either. So there is multiple angles and multiple choices to with material or bowling balls as well. So I'm really looking forward to it. But that's another thing that takes a lot of time. Like we started talking about this pretty close after last year, and then the last month, me and Christiana has been talking a lot, and I don't really know if it's version 11 or version 12 that from when we started testing to what's actually going to be on the lanes. And I have to say, I didn't even throw one shot on the final thing. Like we did some small tweaks from the 11th, whatever version, until the 12th, and I haven't tried it. So I could say that I kind of know the pattern, but I actually haven't thrown a ball on the real pattern.
That sounds like an excuse for not having an advantage against other players. Talking about oil pattern, last year Storm Lucky Larsen Masters oil pattern was one of the favorites in Kegel's library. Do you expect that this year's oil pattern has the same chance of being really favorable of players around the world?
Of course, we're going to be on the drive to survive with that oil pattern, so of course it's going to be huge. No, I think it's going to be interesting. Yeah, another issue that's, or not the issue, a difference that's from last year is actually that we here in the bowling center upgraded our ventilation system and also our air condition. That makes the air, you know, a little bit more crispier. I think it's fresher to be here now. We also have some machines that take away a little bit of the humidity in the center, so that will probably raise the scores a little bit, because normally when we reach the winter time here in Olympia Bowling in Helsingborg, the score seems to go up a little bit when we come to October, November. So we will see if that makes a difference, but I will guess they will make a little bit higher scores.
We also have Cubica AMF as a new partner with the tournament, and that's great. And of course we have brand new Cubica AMF pins, and you know, with brand new pins, maybe that doesn't like the
brand new last year also.
Yeah. Well, they're a little steady. They don't fall over that easy. And that's another cool thing with the center. Like, they really invest in this. So we bowl the tournaments on brand new pins. That's pretty cool. But just to go quickly to get back on the Kegel thing, it was not one of the best one. It was the most downloaded pattern last year, and it makes us proud for sure. And I think it shows that we did maybe something special, because people are choosing to download it and try it. So we hope so, but I mean, that's just a little bit the icing on the cake, I think. So most of all, I hope the pattern will play as fair as it gets for different type of styles. If you bowl good, you should have a chance, even if you like have 550 RPMs or like me, 150. So yeah.
Yesterday was 175.
Yeah. So I think a big reason for the pattern being the most downloaded at Kegel is, and we actually happened to succeed with this multiple years. But if you look at just look at the final or the semi-final and the final from last year, we have right-handers, we have two-hand players from the right, from the left. We have all kinds of players can find somewhere to have a good look on the pattern, and I think that's one big reason for the success, because you can see that it's not one type of player that can make it, and that's what most people want when they're looking for a pattern. So don't exclude different playing styles. So and if we succeed with this year as well, the same thing, I think we can repeat top spot on Kegel's download list.
Nice. So exciting to see how it goes. And finally, moving away a bit from bowling, or maybe staying at it, what other stuff can players who are coming in can expect? We already talked about the Rado competition, right? So what are the other side events that we will have?
Yeah, I mean, we always try to come up with new things, like I said, but the one thing that's coming back every year that a bunch of the guys really like, we have our golf outing. So we will go to Lidingö golf course on the Wednesday, the 28th in the morning, and we have about 40 guys signed up. So we're gonna go out and enjoy the sun that they supposed to get here again, and have some fun on the golf course. And it's nothing really serious. We play like a team scramble event and go out, have some laughs and some minor prizes, and enjoy outside a little bit, because this time of the year, Helsingborg in Sweden is a beautiful place to be at this time of the year. So that we're looking forward to. After that, I mean, we are in a city that likes to have some fun. So of course we need to have some fun again. And Patrick, what are we doing that Wednesday night?
Yeah, Wednesday night is going to be an interesting night, as usually. We're going to have the one-lane finals together with some pros. It's going to be exciting. We also have a couple of surprises coming up there. We have mentioned a little bit about trick shots. We have some surprises. We're going to be DJ. They're going to be good food and a lot of fun. And then it's open for everybody, of course, everybody, and all ages, everything. So you feel free to just contact us and make your reservations for Wednesday. It's going to be a great evening. We're also looking into a couple of things on the final day, because of the production is getting bigger this year, and that's really positive, I believe. But we also have a little bit longer break there just to set up for a TV show. So we will have a surprise there coming up. We're hopefully going to do something fun with some youth players, but we will get more information about that through the week. And then we started a new thing last year. It's something that's called Lucky Card. And I think a lot of people enjoy that a lot, and we're trying to do it this year again, and even better. We have a good partnership with some of the best, really good restaurants downtown. This city is very famous for being a night city and restaurant city. And they are 20% off on drinks and food, and also you can go, it's a really nice club down there that you have VIP access to the weekend if you don't make the show, or maybe if you have a day off because you already made the show or made the finals. So a lot of things going on. Like I said, golf Wednesday evening is going to be great. Sunday is hopefully going to be really exciting, like last year, with some extra things in between the breaks there. We also have one lucky hour here for them that wants to have some good prices here in the bowls, just to make everything as good as possible on Sunday. So for me, I'm looking forward to just meet everybody, and I think that's also something that's nice for everybody. This is more also a meeting space or a meeting week. A lot of people get together once a year and meet people from all over the world, and I think that's the thing I'm looking forward to the most.
Yeah, you're doing the easy job. You just mingle around, have some fun. And
That's me.
Yeah, we'll dig in, but okay.
Okay, so I think while we are wrapping this up, Patrick kind of already went in on that note with the final remarks, what this whole event is all about. So maybe you guys also want to just directly tell the people what this is about, what this means to us, and what this means to the bowling community.
The original idea with this is that we want to grow bowling. We want the bowlers around this part of the world to be able to see and compete against the best, and hopefully that will make them strive even harder, to practice harder to get good and want to compete. And Sweden has always been a good bowling country, but we had great tours before, Super 6, Super Series. We have a lot of big events, and for a long time after that, there was nothing really big to bowl. Grow bowling and get the young kids hyped up and wanting to practice more and get better. That's our main goal. Am I right?
Yeah, it's all started with an idea to kind of market bowling as a sport and try to help grow the sport, and that has turned out and still evolving to something that I genuinely think it's doing that. We're getting more visibility about the sport, and this week or 10 days we have here, it's a great window for marketing the sport in Sweden, and we're growing, more countries coming, and just if you just look at the statistics on the views for the live streaming, both qualifying and finals, you see that international views are more and more for every year. So it's I think that we're not at the end, we're merely at the beginning, but we're going towards where we wanted to go.
Are we getting close to the end?
Yeah, we are.
Because like this is like the three of us are for sure a team. But I really wanted to mention the we can't do it ourselves. It's impossible, and we have a lot of guys around us. The crew at the bowling center is unbelievable. You guys are coming from Lithuania to help us out, and there is so many. We can't mention all, but all the companies, all the sponsors and partners, and the city. Yeah, city is amazing. If Helsingborg City wasn't doing it, Storm and Helsingborg City, that would we have no chance without them. But we really appreciate all the help, and I think the bowlers really appreciate it, even if not all of them can let everybody know. But we need all the help we can get to get this thing running and to get it bigger and better, because that's all the time our goal, to get it bigger and better.
That's why we're not making any money.
Yeah, we're going to have to start thinking about that soon, because I don't make any on the lanes.
Yeah, so thank you guys so much for doing this, and thank you for all the people who are participating. It's a huge honor and pleasure for us to also be a part of it. And yeah, hopefully for many years more, we will be able to enjoy the Storm Lucky Larsen Masters.
Thank you, guys. Thanks a lot.
Thank you. Thanks a lot.
Who do you think you are? Not to subscribe to BowlingLife channel. Come on. Seriously, hit that notification bell, hit that subscribe button. Thank you for watching this video. Goodbye.